Wow. That's quite a thing. Welcome to the podcast that convinced Ferris Bueller to take a day off. Hashtag just saying.
Bueller.
Bueller. No, I had Ferris Bueller in my head because of you. Well, not because of you, but the last Monday that we hung out, we watched that Matthew Broderick film.
Deck the Halls.
Yes, and I was like, oh, Ferris would call this guy a nerd.
He probably looked at him, are you insane?
I know. Oh, he was more Cameron in that movie. Just crazy.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
Exactly.
Asshole.
Oh, I hope everybody is fantastic. I hope if you're hearing this, you're fantastic.
They are.
What?
They are. They're our fans.
Oh, that's sweet.
Our fans are fantastic.
Fantastic. We are recording this on Saturday as opposed to the usual Friday night.
Because I had to go to Christmas parties last night.
Parties? You went party hopping last night, didn't you, bud?
Tab's Hospital.
It's like...
Tab's Hospital had 2 different parties going on in 2 different buildings.
How do they have 2 different parties happening?
Different departments.
Oh.
So we went to the main one that she got the tickets for, and it was quite dull. The food sucked.
What kind of food did they have?
Well, the roll was nice and fresh and hot.
When the only good thing you can say about your meal was the roll was good?
Yeah, well, we had like a steak.
Ooh.
That was good.
Okay, so the steak was good.
Yeah.
And the roll was fresh.
Yep.
Okay.
But, no, she didn't really know too many people at that one. She knew like a small handful of people.
Okay.
Maybe like 8. One of our close friends, we sat with her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say about by 9, 10 o'clock, quite a few people were leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But she knew about the other place. It's a department that she sometimes works in to help out.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows a lot of them. And we went over there, even though they were in a small room, because the room that we were in the main party,
Mm-hmm.
was like a huge ballroom, sort of. When we went to the other one, it was like a third of it.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody was a dancer. We walked inside and they were all doing a train to Staying Alive.
Oh, God.
A train just going around the room.
There's... Okay. Were they like...
Hammered.
Hammered was not what I was going to say, but that was pretty much assumed.
There's open bar on that one, that's why.
Oh. You got to be careful of those open bar parties.
That's one of the reasons why we crashed it.
Were they like... What do you call that? Like line dancing? You know when people like do a choreographed like electric slide dance?
That happened at both parties.
I hate that stuff. I hate like when like at like weddings,
Mm-hmm.
people like, oh, and then they all do like the Dougie and stuff, and I'm like, what? No, that is the worst thing in the world to me.
Hokey pokey, chicken dance.
Any of that, chicken dance too. Any of that.
Slide. They were all banned from my wedding.
You know what? Everything I told the guy not to play at my wedding, he fucking played. So
Not ours.
yeah.
We're like, nope, no chicken dance, no stupid shit.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't like specific dances. I don't know why. It just drives me crazy. It's one of my many lovable quirks.
It looks stupid and it feels worse.
Yeah, I don't...
You're out there going like this and squatting and shit.
Well, that's the chicken dance thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking like...
And hokey pokey, I think no one should ever dance with their fingers going up and
I
down
have
like this.
I've never been in a situation outside of like kindergarten where I've seen a hokey pokey in action.
Some people just even a regular song that you see them dance and they do that.
They do like the finger
There's
thing.
no reason to be going like this. You can poke somebody else in the eye for all you know.
Who dances like that? Who do you know?
I don't know. Personally, I just see it at functions and stuff.
We need to hang out at the same functions because I need to see that. I wish you'd videotaped it. Be like, Tara, look.
Should have brought the camcorder.
Oh, you should have. My office Christmas party is gonna be like at a hotel. I'm actually thinking about live streaming it, just to because why not?
Set your phone up like this.
Yeah, I can. Well, because I don't think I can get away with bringing my USB with it. So I was like, I should just live stream it. Be like, this is for my pod. This is a documentary. Lame people. That's what I'll call it. The Society of Lame People.
You kind of have an advantage with the party being at a hotel.
Yeah, I should be able to get good Wi-Fi.
Let's go grab a room.
Grab a
Go
room.
sit in the room until the party's over.
I know. I just wander the hotel. Be like, look, everybody. It's just a hotel. I wonder if they would notice if I just randomly wandered off.
You know how many floors a hotel has?
I don't know.
I was going to say, if it's a little fancy and there's maybe more than 4 or 5, probably fun to dress up as a Ghostbuster and go upstairs.
Somebody saw a cockroach on 12.
There's got to be some
cockroach. Bite your head off, man. Oh, yeah. I just wander around.
Coincidentally, I'm wearing that.
So, I'm sorry that was no fun.
I went for tab.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta.
Yep.
So, it's funny, when you were saying that she didn't know a lot of people, because my work has 3 different offices. There's 2 in Mass and 1 in Rhode Island. And at the Christmas party, everybody, we all had this one Christmas party for all the offices. And I only see those people once a year, and I don't know their names. So they'll come up to me, and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, I'm Tara, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "I don't know you."
Unless they did something really stupid and unforgettable, you're not gonna remember the names.
I don't remember the names. And there's some people in there's an office in around the Bill Rickett area, and there are some people from there who email me every day. It's like, oh, here's this paperwork and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. I have email contact with these people all day. I still don't know who they are. And it's like, I think email's enough.
So if you're at a party and you got someone like Johnny who jumps up on the table.
Johnny.
Swings from the chandelier and says that he's Tarzan, that's something you'll remember.
I probably would, yeah. I don't, apparently my work used to have an open bar. And they stopped doing that because it cost too much money. Because they were like,
That's why you don't have open bar.
No. So, they give you drink tickets. You get 2 or 3 drink tickets.
Limited.
So, yeah. But I usually who wants my drink ticket? $1. No, I don't sell it. I just give it away. I probably shouldn't say it like that. I don't sell it, y'all. I just give it away.
Highest bidder. Who wants it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, 'tis the season. We're getting snow today.
It's snowing lightly right now.
Not to give a weather report or anything. Light flurries in the southeastern of Massachusetts area.
Yeah, it's slowly accumulating on the grass, but not on the ground yet. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm not ready. We don't, it's been a long time since we've had actual snowfall before Christmas.
Yeah.
I think we were saying at least 5 years. And,
More than 5.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Give me this on Christmas Eve, I'll be happy.
Oh, man, I got
Before
driving.
then? No.
I got driving to do on Christmas Eve. I don't want snow.
Yeah.
So, okay. Alright, you guys.
You ready?
Yeah. So,
I am. I don't even know what she's saying.
no, well, you know about it. You know about it, but I'm gonna tell.
Yay!
I'm gonna tell the good people so that they can be like, "Oh, Tara."
Proceed.
I will. So, I have a few personal days at work that I have yet to use.
I know where this is going.
Before the end of the year. So I have like 26 hours of personal time left, and I'm like, oh, I should probably try to use an extra day. Now, I have to say specifically that okay. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I'm trying to cover for myself, and I'm like, okay, it's not as bad as it's gonna sound. So I put in for a day off. Now I put in for the day off with the intention. I put in for a Friday off. Actually, next Friday off. So I have next Friday off. It's gonna be great. Now.
Right now, I have a scheduled half day.
So, what I was hoping was to go to the premiere, the early release of Star Wars on the 14th.
Yay!
Okay. Now, all this came to formulation in my head too late, and I was unable to get advanced screening tickets.
Aww.
I know. I was really disappointed.
Boo!
But I still put in for the day off.
Yay!
So I'm like, well, I still have the day off. If there's anything I need to do, little errands, I need to get my oil changed and just stupid shit like that.
Boo!
So I was like, well, oh, and by the way, I asked my supervisor, I said, what do you think the odds are I'll get next Friday off? And she goes, none. And I said, really? And she goes, yeah. And she goes, why do you like have a doctor's appointment or something? And I said, no. Like, I'm being honest about it. And I was like, no, I don't. And she goes, well, is there anything like important? I said, no, I just want to go see Star Wars. And she goes, and she goes, can you do me a favor? And I said, what? And she goes, when you put in for the day, don't write, it's because I want to see Star Wars. And I said, but that's honesty. I'm being honest. I was like, I said, you know what? If I write down, because it's a computer thing, I was like, so if I type in, I just want to see Star Wars, and I still get the fucking day off, I was like, that would be awesome.
What?
So, I put in for the day off, and my excuse was, well, I just have some, like, winterization of my car. I need to do some things with my car. Which isn't a lie. I do need to get the oil change and stuff like that. So it's a half-truth. So...
Semi-true.
Yeah, so I actually did manage to get tickets to a noon screening of Star Wars on Friday.
Noon!
So next Friday, I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to tell you if I liked it or not. I can tell you if Star Wars was good. I'm very excited.
I bet.
Oh, I am. It's going to be fun.
Like usual, I'm going to probably wait a couple weeks.
Really? See, I'm wicked impatient, and people are assholes. People are assholes. Did you see the guy who spray painted on the back of his car, Solo Dies?
No.
He spray painted Han Solo Dies on the back of his car for the last thing, and then drove around with it.
Idiot.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want people to spoil it for me, and because, you know, I'm on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and I get notifications, and I don't want people to be like, blah, blah, blah. And Mark Hamill's already on there, and he's like, please don't spoil the movie for people. He's like, just watch it and enjoy it, and blah, blah, blah. So, we'll see.
I'll bet that guy who spray painted Solo Dies.
Yeah.
He's probably going to spray paint on his car this year that this is Carrie's last film.
Well, everybody knows that. That's gonna be, oh man, I'm kind of like...
Leia dies!
Leia dies! Oh god!
Like we know.
They put, Billy Lord is in the movie. They put Billy Lord in it, which I didn't know. Billy Lord. That's her daughter, by the way. She was in American Horror Story, Cult.
Oh yeah?
She was Winter. That was actually a really good season.
Yeah. And
I think after the holidays, I'm gonna go back and watch the older seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, right now, I'm like overwhelmed with,
excitement.
well, I am overwhelmed quite a bit, but no, I just mean like with entertainment. Because, I have Amazon Prime, and there's this show that I love called Grand Tour, which is basically the old UK Top Gear, they got fired from that show, so now they have a show called Grand Tour on Amazon Prime. So that came back this week. So I'm all set with that. And it's sad because they do these really cool things with cars, and they do like, and I'm not really like huge into cars, but they make it interesting because they're so funny, and they do these little contests. And like I'm trying to think of like what's a good one. They'll do one where it's like, let's build a better, let's see if we can build a better caravan, or like let's see whose car can get from this point to this point quicker. So they do all these fun things.
Sounds like something our friend Joe would be interested in.
Possibly. If he had to have heard of Top Gear. There's an American version, but it sucks.
That might be the one he likes.
I know. So one of the guys on there, his name is Richard Hammond, and poor Richard has had no, he's had about 8 car accidents.
Damn.
And
damn, man.
When they were filming this season, he had 2.
Ooh.
And the first car accident was a really, really bad one. And he was in the hospital for at least 2 weeks.
But he didn't learn his lesson.
No, he did not. So, but I was nervous because they said in the first episode they're going to show you Richard's car accident. And I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
Because he's had accidents on the show when it was Top Gear. But they've never
shown.
One they aired, and then they never aired it again. They never aired it in rebroadcast, and you can't even watch it online. I mean, you could probably watch it on YouTube, but you can't watch it like on the shows on demand. So I was like nervous the whole show because I'm like, he's gonna have a car accident. Like I knew it was coming, and I'm like, oh god, and oh god, it's gonna be bad, and it was.
It's kind of like when you're watching a TV show or a movie.
Yeah.
And they got the camera view inside the car looking at the driver or the passenger. The way I'm looking at you right now.
Yeah.
And you can almost picture that the accident's going to be coming, that a car's going to come out of nowhere on this side and slam into you.
Yeah, well, what had happened is they were racing in Switzerland, and they were doing these timed laps around this course that like goes around a mountain and shit, and it was so crazy, and I'm like, this is where he's going to crash. And Jay and I were like, oh no! So he did his lap, and he was done. And for some reason, he was driving around this thing, and he hit the corner, and then it almost looks like he went straight for the wall. And it's like the car hit, and then rolled down an incline, and then, like, you see all these flames. Because...
Flames?
On the side of his face. There was, because the...
See, we love Clue.
We do. We sure do. So the contest actually was called Past, Present, Future. So they all had supercars that represented the past, the present, and the future. So Richard's car was running on like these cell batteries, and it was an electric supercar, and it cost like a crazy amount of money. And I'm like, who pays for that? Because he totaled it. So the car was upside down, and it was on fire, and then the medcopter came in, and they show him getting taken out in a stretcher, and I'm like, oh my god, that's awful. And then they cut back to the studio where the presenters are, and then one of the presenters goes, I just want to tell you for the next 5 days, that car kept catching fire. Because of the batteries in it. Oh. It's a chain reaction, so every time that a battery would catch fire and then go out, the next battery would catch fire and then go out, and he's like, it just kept burning and burning and burning.
I was going to ask if the car was just haunted.
Haunted? Oh, like Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I discovered this other show on Amazon, so I'm like, oh god. It has, who the fuck is in it? It has the guy from The Sopranos in it.
The main character?
No. Oh. The guy who played Christopher. Michael Imperioli. So I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And it was actually so interesting. When Jay got home, I was like, you have to watch this show. And I completely started it over and rewatched it with him. And he's like, wow, this is good.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I'm like, after the holidays, because I'm inundated right now. It's too much. Too much.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Goodness.
Gracious.
Exactly.
I hate the fact it's snowing.
You all done with your holiday shopping?
Oh, hell no.
Well, you're a guy. I totally expected you not to be done.
I got my dad's gift.
You did, yeah?
And I got 2 others right now.
Okay.
That's it.
You got your wife or anything?
She's the 2 others.
Okay, good man.
Yep.
Jay hasn't even started.
A lot of people don't until like the week of Christmas.
Yeah, he's a Christmas Eve shopper.
Ooh.
Drives me crazy. I'm like, how can you live your life that way? Seriously.
How can you be a real last minute shopper though? Like go out on Christmas Eve.
Well, no, I mean he's like the week of Christmas. He's a last minute shopper.
I thought even like 24th, he's out there running around like a nut.
Well, that's a Sunday, so I'm guessing
Sunday.
not. He's working, so.
Oh, he can't.
Nope. Yeah, I'm almost done. I'm actually doing this conflict in my head.
You're doing a conflict.
I'm doing a conflict in my head.
You're having one. You're doing one.
Oh, God, yes. Because, alright, here's the thing. I know, I'm doing this. You know what is it you pointed out to me whenever I'm, like, trying to get something right, and then I end up doing this? It's like, okay, blah, 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 blah.
It's when we go pick up food.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You do that at the
because this helps me think. I don't know
I
why.
think it's funny.
It's like, okay, this is what I want.
This is at the speaker when we go to like McDonald's or something.
Yeah, I do this. I like punch my hand for some reason. It's like, okay,
For
blah, blah, blah,
each
blah,
thing
blah.
I order, I do this. I'm over on the other side giggling.
It's subconscious. I don't know why. It helps me think. Speaking of which, okay, we didn't record a show yesterday, so I actually ran a couple of errands. You're fired. And so I went into one store, and then I was like, "Fini, I am done." Because first of all, my back was hurting again. I really got to fix my back. I got to fix my back because it's just killer. But I mean, I was just really, really irritated with people from one store. So I'm like, yeah, this is no good. So then I had to go to the grocery store because I was like, I am not going to the grocery store on Saturday, especially on a snowing Saturday.
Yeah.
Sean's like, oh.
You're sitting on the branches.
I'm sorry. So I went to the grocery store, and I only say this because we were talking about how I try to remember stuff by hitting myself. I had written a list on my phone.
As long as you don't remind yourself this way.
No. Oh, concussion. So I had a list on my phone. I was reading my list. I was like talking to myself in the store.
I call it thinking aloud.
Oh no, this is beyond that. This is like so much beyond that.
You don't sound crazy. As crazy as you look.
I always look crazy, but I'm like 80% sure people thought I was like schizophrenic or something. Because I'm walking to the store and I'm like, okay, I need eggs. And then I'm just like, I stop and I go, where the fuck are the eggs? Like, that's what I'm doing throughout the whole store. Jay wanted bread. Where the fuck is the bread? Oh, he needs that particular bread. Like, I'm talking to myself. It's crazy. And I'm like, oh, wait.
What do we need? Loaf of bread.
Container of milk. A stick of butter. I actually got bread and butter. And milk. I had to get the milk, too. I got all those things.
Sweet.
Accidentally. So I'm making something later. It's like, shit. Oh, and then I got butter because I was like, I don't know. Because like an idiot, I didn't look and see what I had before I left. Mm-hmm. So I was in the store and I'm like, do I even have butter?
I tend to forget to do that myself.
So I bought butter. I come home and I have plenty of butter. So I'm like, well, I got extra butter.
Well, I know where to go when we need a stick.
Stuck it on my door. Y'all got any butter up in here? Matter of fact,
girls.
Matter of fact, I do have butter. Thank you much.
We've come for your stick of butter.
Okay, and afterward, I'm going to tell this because it was just absolutely awful.
Hold on. 2 later says we low on butter. Okay.
Now I go. All right. So I had all this stuff, and I was like, I don't want to cook because I have to cook today. So I'm like, I don't want to cook. So I said, I just want something quick, and I didn't want to get like. I figured you and I would either be getting McDonald's or BK because it's close to my house.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't want to get that, and I was right down the street from Wendys. So I said, well, I'll get Wendys. I haven't had Wendys in like a year. I don't really do Wendys because it's too far from me.
They taste the best of the burger, usually. Mm-hmm. But they're the most expensive of the three, I think.
You think? Okay. Here's what happened. First of all, the drive-through line, it should have just been like... The drive-through is a misnomer because we were just sitting. It was the longest... I think it was the longest I've ever waited in a drive-through before. I was at least 18 to 20 minutes in the drive-through line. But I was already committed because
I guess.
I had one in front of me and one behind me, so I can't move.
Oh.
I'm stuck now.
Stuck.
So I was stuck, and I said, I'll keep it simple. They had these little chicken things. So I said,
Nuggets?
well, no, like little chicken strips.
Oh.
The kind that McDonald's is trying to do, but they're always out. Why are they always out of the chicken strips?
Limited amount each day delivered.
What? Is that what they told you?
No.
Or is that what you read on the sign? Or?
I was just making it up.
Oh, okay. But it sounds official. It sounds official, though. Limited amount, sorry.
Oh, it seems like it.
But that makes it seem like it's really good because they can't keep it in stock.
Yeah.
And if you have that much trouble keeping it in stock, why wouldn't you order excess?
Mm-hmm.
Seems to me. Yes, seems to me.
Yeah, it seems to be.
So I said, well, I'm not starving. I just really want something. So I said, well, they had chicken. There's like 3 little chicken things. So I'll get a small fry and a drink, and then I'll be good. So I get up to the thing, and I'm like, well, I'll have whatever number it was. And I was like, small.
I'll have.
I know.
Small fry.
I will have.
Small fry.
You know what I would say?
Chicken strips.
I actually would say I don't do that by myself, but I don't know. Because it's so involuntary, I don't even know if I do it. So I don't know.
I want to think that you do
I
that.
probably do. If I do it, with other people in the car, I probably do it, but I'm by myself.
Probably.
So I ordered, and I finally get my food, and then I drive home.
You're almost singing the Red House song.
I know. Then I'm in the drive-thru. So then I get home from a distance, and I sit to eat the food. Okay. 1, the chicken strips were bad. They were awful. You know when, like, you bite in chicken and sometimes, like, you get, like, that stringy
Ew.
piece? Yeah, all of them had that.
That grosses Tab out. Once she has something like that or a chewy piece, she's done.
Yeah,
She can't eat any more at all.
Well, the dog got quite a bit. It's like I could eat half. And then I run into that, and then I'm like, ugh, done. So then I moved on to the fries, right? Because I'm like, okay, fries. First of all, I don't know why Wendy's won't go back to their old fries.
They should.
I've actually written them a letter. Please go back to the old fries. They were so much better. It was the only thing good about Wendy's was their fries. And they keep doing these, what do they call them, russet cuts? With the skin on the side?
I just call them like home cut.
Well, that's fine too. But they taste like shit.
Yes.
So I had a couple, and I'm like, ugh.
That's probably why almost every time that you get fries from there, they're like drowned in salt.
Yeah.
They're very salty.
Yeah, they were salty actually, and I don't normally like. I'm usually all right, but I did think like, oh, these are very salty. So I had a couple, and I'm like, ugh, these are unimpressive. And I bit into one, and I swear to God, it was like gritty.
Ew.
Like, I don't know if it was raw or gritty or what was going on. And I just like, I'm done. So I didn't even finish it. So I had dinner, but I didn't really finish dinner. 'Cause I ate half the chicken and half the fries. I move on to the drink. I asked the girl in the drive-thru, because I don't drink soda anymore, or at least until February. I hit my 1 year in February. 1 year soda free.
We gotta get you a chip.
I'm Tara. I like soda. I know. So I drink a lot of tea.
I couldn't even get a 1 week chip. If
Really?
I tried.
You know what? It's hard. It was hard, but now it's just like I don't even think about it anymore. So I asked the girl. I was like, I said, "Do you have any like tea?"
I got sweet tea in here.
Sweet tea's delicious.
Yeah, you got me hooked on it. You're the one that I wasn't getting sweet tea at McDonald's until maybe 5 to 8 months ago or something.
The sweet tea's great. And McDonald's has the best of the sweet teas, I think, because the BK sweet tea's like meh.
Except today, it's not as sweet as it usually is.
They fucked up today. I'm losing on fast food because yesterday was all fucked up. So then I said, "Do you have anything that's not soda?" And she goes, "Well, we have like a green tea." I said, "All right, I like green tea. I like green tea. I drink green tea. Give me some green tea." So she's like, "Okay."
It's not so green.
I know. So the green tea was disgusting. I don't know if there was a brewing issue or what was going on, but it was gross.
Did you not brew it long enough, or did you forget something?
You know what it tasted like? It tasted like they like... It was like they threw fruit in there or something. It had like a weird aftertaste, like mango or something. Like, what are you doing?
Flavored with other natural flavors.
That's right. Well, this is my tea. This is delicious. I love that tea.
Gold Peak tea.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to give him a free shout out, but Sean just did, so.
Well, in case someone was watching the video. And,
you know what?
What type is that?
They have a...
I want to drink what she's drinking.
They have a lemonade tea.
Lemonade.
That cool, refreshing drink. It's like a lemonade tea, and it's hard to find. So whenever I'm in the supermarket in Plymouth, and I see it, I buy them all.
I would do.
The last time I was in there, I bought 12.
Sounds like me when the Ecto Cooler was out last year.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm the reason nobody else can find that tea, because wherever I see it, I buy it all.
And when we...
It's like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
And when we first found the Ecto Cooler, we both left the store with the whole case.
I still have my case, actually.
I got 4.
Jesus.
4 cases, and there's like, I think there's 3 or 4 10-packs in each one.
Nice. So, just to end that little story, I texted my husband and I said I had Wendys and it was disgusting, and he's like, "No!"
No!
Yeah, and he goes, "Okay," and I said, "Never again." He's like, "Okay." So.
Well, that's not going to stop him from having to get it.
I said, "But he can have all he wants. I'm never getting it again."
He's
It's
acting like just because you're done with it.
I don't
done
know.
with it?
I don't know. He was just like, "Okay." So, then we ran up to McDonald's today before the show, and oh my God.
Finally, we get there, and there's one car at the drive-up window.
That's, you know what?
That's rare for us.
It is, because usually Friday nights it's bumping.
Yeah.
But, so we get in there, and they didn't know what way was up. They had no idea. So I said, I'm just losing left and right with customer service today.
I ordered a sweet tea. We look at my receipt. It says unsweet tea.
Yeah. I did the hand thing and everything when I ordered. I don't know what the fuck the problem was.
Both drinks were supposed to be large.
Right.
The guy's trying to tell us that, we ordered a medium for one of them.
Yeah, he was ridiculous. He didn't know anything.
I need a large to get me through the whole show here.
I need it to get me through my day. So, yeah, I mean, I got mine, and it tastes absolutely disgusting. So I couldn't even drink it.
I just take mine. I just keep doing this.
Really? Does that help?
It tastes like it.
Tastes like it?
Almost like some of the flavor is just sitting at the bottom.
All right.
Still not as sweet as it usually is, but...
I'm sorry.
It
Well,
helps.
yeah, I couldn't even drink mine. So,
Tea.
I don't know. Maybe I jump on Twitter later and be like, what's the matter with you people?
You suck.
Why do your products suck?
What?
Why am I punching the mic?
That's what we do here. Mike punches.
Yeah, mic punchers.
We get so excited about what we're talking about sometimes. Like,
Yeah. So, we were watching, just to round out this half of the show, we were watching holiday commercials. And what I noticed is that there were a lot of McDonald's commercials.
I was thinking it's a good thing we got McDonald's or else I'd be wanting it.
Yeah. And it was funny because it's like, you see these commercials for these new products in the 80s, and people were like flipping out over like the Polaroid Instamatic. It's like, the new Polaroid camera's out. I'm just looking at Sean going, Jesus.
Look, Dan, the new issue of Walking's out.
It's like, the new Polaroid's out. And
How's the George Collins skit?
yeah, and then,
Just so
oh man, what was it? I was waiting for the York Peppermint Patty commercial.
well,
They didn't have it.
That's got to be on some other one.
It has to be.
You know someone's got to have it.
I know. But they used to air it all the time, usually during the Charlie Brown cartoons.
Mm.
You see, like, York Peppermint Patty.
Oh, you see your relevance there?
What? Oh, Peppermint Patty, yeah. Oh my
Bingo!
god! Exactly, dude, exactly. So,
That's probably why.
do they, now, I know that they'll probably air the Charlie Brown Christmas thing, but on network TV, do they still do like the Rudolph and stuff?
I know I recently heard Frosty. I'm sure Rudolph's going to be coming up.
Oh.
But
They still air the Frosty cartoon?
Yeah.
Really?
Me personally, I'd rather just get the DVD and watch that.
Well, that's
It's not the same as it used to be on TV.
well, yeah, that's one of the reasons that, like, I'm oblivious to if they aired or not. That and the fact that, what is it, ABC Family, which became this channel called Freeform. But it's not free.
Aw.
They have all those holiday...
Liars.
They are. They have all those holiday, like, made-for-TV movies, and then they'll air, like, the Santa Claus is coming to town, or the Rudolph, and blah, blah, blah. And so I always thought that that's where...
Give us the Dukes one.
I know. That's... we'll get to that in 1 second. I figured that's where they all were. Like, they weren't over on the network TV anymore. But I don't know. Maybe they are. Now, while we were watching these holiday commercials, you saw a commercial for a holiday movie we had never heard of.
Surprisingly.
Yes. It was a holiday movie with Tom Wopat and John Schneider
Oh, and Luke Duke.
of Dukes of Hazzard fame. And Sean and I just kind of like, what?
I never heard of it.
I didn't either. So I was completely thrown.
Here's another weird thing about it.
What?
When they were together on the Dukes, they're cousins.
Yep.
They're supposed to be brothers in this one.
I know. It's weird. I still say it has to be out on DVD somewhere.
I saw it on eBay.
I think maybe, I don't know how bad the roads are, so if we end up going out later. But I may have to look for it, because I think that'd be epic. Sean just keeps looking out the window, all sad because it's snowing.
The weather outside is frightful.
But the podcast is so delightful.
You are.
Alright, so, I know you've been thinking like, oh, does Tara have any stories? Oh, Tara has stories.
Stop the snow, stop the snow, stop the snow.
Last year, we're going to continue from last year. Last year we did Mall Santa Stories, and we will be doing that again.
Yay!
Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
We love these stories. We love these stories. And I specifically know of a friend who loves these stories as well.
Yes.
Hi, Brandy.
Okay. So, I tried
I'm sure she's ready.
I tried very hard to not, because we did them last year, so I actually went back and listened to that episode. And if you haven't heard that episode, you should go back and listen to it. It's very funny.
Yes.
Yes. So, I went back and listened to it because I didn't want to duplicate stories.
We love Clue.
We sure do. We sure do. Remind me of off mic. I hate to do that, like on mic.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
There's an off mic conversation you and I need to have about that. But... Okay, so here we go. Mall Santa stories. Here we go. I don't need a drum roll or anything. So, the same old introduction as always. I ask her what she wants for Christmas. I want to pee! I try to change topic to help the kid choose, get the picture taken, and move on.
How about a nice
football? She says again, I want to pee! The parents insist that the kid choose something, and I sit there awkwardly with this little girl wriggling all over me. That's hashtag. She's crying, and they're insisting, and then my lap gets warm. Oh no.
She warned everybody.
She did.
No one can blame her. She warned them.
Nope. I want to pee!
And she should have gone before she...
They should have. Yeah, her parents should have been like, "You need to go to the bathroom before you sit on Santa's lap, because his lap is so jolly it makes you want to pee."
Not jolly now, is
it? No, now it's just moist.
Gross.
That's a horrible word, by the way.
Moist.
Seriously. Okay, my dad looks like Santa. We were in an airport in August, and a couple of yuppies sent their kid up to him to ask if he was Santa. He of course said he was, and asked what the kid wanted for Christmas. Put on the spot, the kid froze, so my dad asked him if he wanted about $1,000 worth of gifts, which the kid was all right with. He then promised he would have them on Christmas morning. He winked at the horrified parents. My dad's kind of a dick. That guy just promised this kid $1,000 worth of presents.
And then wink to the parents. That's awesome.
Have a nice day.
Have a good everything.
I answered the letters that kids would write Santa once, and a kid asked for a remote control buffalo. I don't blame him for wanting one.
I've never seen one.
I don't blame him for wanting one. I'd play with that shit.
Where the buffalo roam.
A remote controlled buffalo. All I have in my head is Oregon Trail. For some reason, like with the little buffalo, you have died of dysentery.
Oh shit.
Oh. You alright?
Yeah.
I worked as a photographer for a mall Santa. It's not that weird, but my favorite moment was when a kid asked for a live octopus or shark. Santa said he wasn't sure if his elves would be able to make those. The kid said he'd settle for a giant squid if he had to. If he's gotta. I'll take the squid.
They can make them. They can if they really want to. The shark one, yeah, I can see. People like sharks.
Yeah, I guess. This is disgusting, dude. Ready for this? I worked as an elf when I was 15. One kid asked for a new liver. Apparently, he was a healthy kid. He just wanted one to play with and stuff.
Really?
What kind of fucked up kid?
Take him to the supermarket and get liver.
Oh, true. You
That's
just get him. There you go. There you go, little Johnny. Put that in a pan and fry it.
Just don't tell him where the liver came from. You
Oh
want a
my
liver?
God.
That's liver. There you go.
I
Don't get it all over the furniture now.
I like Sean's like, you wanted it? Here it is.
Ready?
There.
Bam! There you go.
An old co-worker of mine used to be a Santa. He told me that once he had a little boy who looked about 8 or 9 ask for a box of condoms because his mother wouldn't buy them for him.
Makes great stocking stuffers.
Makes all sorts of stuffers.
Oh, shit.
My first one of the day. Oh my goodness. Stuffing them stockings.
Then stuff it in the rubbers.
Elf here. Here's my top 3. 1. A unicorn that poops rainbows. Don't they all? 2. A teacup pig.
Ham!
Bacon!
Yum. Why do they keep shooting?
I don't know. 3. Santa's Factory. He's 6 years old and he already knew the game. My goodness.
Does he want like a tour?
He wanted the whole goddamn factory.
Oh.
The whole thing. The whole kit and caboodle.
But Daddy, I want it now.
I know, right? A penis book. Turns out the kid couldn't pronounce peanuts correctly. Yeah. What a horrible thing to be next in line and hear a little kid go, I want a penis book. Papa, please.
Alright. Now you gotta watch the video. Now you gotta watch the video version of this for this one, right? Here's the book. Whoa!
Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. Whoop. Okay. Okay. Compose yourself.
2 of them.
Yeah. Hey. Now I need a drink.
That was very good.
Okay.
That helped Mark where I did mine.
Oh boy.
So if he can't say peanuts and he says penis,
Yeah?
imagine he says, I got a mouthful of penis in my mouth.
I don't even want to
The
go
look on
there.
people's faces that would be around him.
There's something wrong with your little Jimmy. Get him out of here.
Good joke.
I know. In case anyone is interested, you can go to your post office and get Dear Santa letters that have been sent via USPS, and you can give gifts. My dad's office used to do this, and they would go through a lot because you get kids asking for dolls or G.I. Joes and shit. And shit.
I want a bag full of shit to play with.
And
Like that
shit.
kid, like that kid with the liver.
And obviously they are not needy, but some people are. One letter my dad got was from a boy who had several younger siblings and they were not very well off. He asked for a towel because they only had one, and when he got to shower, not only was the water cold, but the towel was wet. That's fucking nasty, though.
And they're pretty good to use for whipping.
Whipping. Whoosh, whoosh. My dad's office found out where they lived and found they were also sharing a bed, and on Christmas delivered new beds for the whole family, towels, and an assortment of clothing from shoes to jackets.
Wow.
He said it was one of the most moving letters he's ever read. Well, that's nice. And I wish that was what we were leaving on, but... because you like to end on a good story, but no, there's more.
And we'd like to end on a good story or the funniest of them all.
I know. Well, hopefully we will. I don't know. Not a Santa, but when my sister was 3, she asked a mall Santa for a mommy for Christmas. We already had a mommy, so we'd already had a mommy, not sure what she was thinking. Can only imagine the unnecessary tears shed that night.
Damn!
This one sucks! I want a new one!
Fuck her!
Yeah. Fuck this shit.
One's nicer.
I know. I want ice cream for dinner.
I hate her, she's a witch.
No. So, when I was a kid, I asked for a live cobra. I got plastic snakes that year and I cried. Still waiting for my goddamn cobra.
Well, that's when you get them some G.I. Joe figures. Cobra!
Yep, hang on. I'm gonna pre-cough because this one's gonna make me cough. Yep. Okay. Santa was speechless until I explained that she wanted a grandfather clock, Not grandfather cock. That's disgusting.
Maybe we have to get her the pop-up book.
I know.
Like, grandfather penises.
Oh my God, just stop. Naturally a mall Santa, not actually a mall Santa, but my uncle was one and said a creepy little girl wanted everyone to bow down to her. Oh, she'll be fun later in life.
I think she's seen too many films.
When adults didn't answer my question about where babies come from, the 5-year-old me decided to believe that babies come from eggs. Really? So like any normal kid, I asked for the power of laying eggs so I can have my own babies. Santa, I'd like to lay eggs for Christmas, please.
And then afterwards, she regretted that wish.
I bet. Wasn't a mall Santa, but I was one of their helpers, aka photographer. One time, a little girl asked for boobies as big as mommy's. Well, now.
Well, either wait 25 years or ask mommy to take you to get implants. Or just roll some socks up and stuff them.
Roll some socks up! Yeah, because that would look natural.
Or go to Spencer's Gifts and see if they have like fake boobies.
Oh my God.
Strap it around her.
Sure. Oh my God. I wasn't coughing before.
Or even the porn stores themselves.
Oh my God.
I think they probably got toys.
My 3-year-old son asked the mall Santa for pasta and meatballs. The Santa told me that was the best request he's had all year. My wife and I plan on delivering and buying pasta and meatballs for him as a Christmas present. Well, good for you. It's what he wanted.
I was confused for a second. I thought they were going to deliver it to Santa.
No, they're going to deliver they're going to get the kid the pasta and meatballs. One kid asked Santa for some rolling papers. Kid said he wanted to put stuff in it. I'm still hoping the kid meant either wrapping paper or folding origami paper. Either way, kid, got Hot Wheels. Yikes. What is with children nowadays?
We're still wondering.
We are. I had a friend who was a mall Santa one year, and one of the kids that came to see him had a bad stutter. Oh boy. When my friend asked him what he wanted for Christmas, he replied, I want a blow, a blow, a blow. My friend thought to himself, please don't say what I think you're about to say.
J.O.B.?
The stuttering kid kept going, for Christmas, I want I want a blow dryer. My friend was so relieved to hear that he wasn't asking for a blowjob.
Well, he could at least done this or something while he was saying that.
I don't know.
Someone would have figured out a blow dryer.
I'm sorry this had to be I'm not a post, but my grandpa did a stint as one a few years back. He told me this story about how this one kid, probably 6 or 7, ran up to him and said something along the lines of, I don't believe in Santa, Jesus, or zippers. And ran off angry as fuck.
Where'd this fly down?
Obviously, because he doesn't believe in zippers. How do you not believe in zippers?
They're there.
Exactly! I don't
Something
know.
that you can physically touch, move.
I'm very
You should be able to believe in them. They're there.
Jesus. I don't know how, but what is going on in this child's life? He doesn't believe in zippers. I don't believe in zipping them up. How's that?
Well, you don't believe in belts.
I don't.
See?
I don't look good in a belt or a vest. Sorry.
You need like a leather vest.
A leather vest? I don't think so.
Like a biker vest.
No, not at
You
all.
might be able to rock one.
No. No. Not a leather
Get
vest.
some patches on it.
Get some patches. Like unicorns or something?
Whatever you want.
Little My Little Pony inside.
I'm puppy.
Little caveman over here.
Garfield.
Little Care Bear. Little Care Bear doing the angry Care Bear stare. Oh my God. I've been in the mall a couple of times recently in Texas, and no joke, I heard this. Santa, can you bring me the Detroit Lions? Like a jersey? Which player? No, the Detroit Lions. And then when the mall Santa looked confused, with a confused look said, I will be sure to tell all my elves to ask some of the Detroit Lions to come. The kids started yelling at the mall Santa, saying, no, I want the entire Detroit Lions, along with some crying and other noises. There was a scurry, some screaming, and it ended with the mom carrying the kid backwards over her shoulder while he was frothing at the mouth and waving his arms wildly at poor old Santa.
It's like something Stewie would do in family.
10 minutes later, the same mom came back and apologized to the man and gave him $50 and saying something along the lines of, wait till that little monster, he'll get what's coming to him. Like, oh my God, you guys. That little monster will be sure to get what's coming to him like a whipping or a beating. You know the works, you know what I mean? And here, take this for your trouble. He looked scared at the ominous threats towards the kid, but also pleased because he was getting $50.
I'd be pleased too. And at that point, you tell the kid that $50 came out of his gift fund.
I'm not sure you can say that to Santa. I'm gonna beat the shit out of this kid when we get outside.
And then, she should do that joke that I mentioned before.
Oh, with the gifts, throw them in the thing?
Throw them in the fire, yeah.
Yeah.
The empty boxes.
Oh. My cousin once asked for a couple bales of hay.
Hey.
I think he was 8 at the time. I guess the mall Santa guy knew someone. They grew up in a small town in Canada. He had 2 bales of hay delivered via John Deere straight to their front door Christmas morning, pending the mom's approval, of course. We made a pretty badass fort with it. I'm sure the adults had fun time cleaning it up all spring. I want to make a fort out of bales of hay.
Nice.
Come visit my hay fort. That's great. I might as well cough while you're coughing.
Yes.
Yes.
A little bit of this just hit the wrong spot.
Oh dear. Oh, and we're alive.
Okay, I'm okay.
All right, calm yourself.
Just hit the wrong spot.
I waited in line for a mall Santa a couple years ago with my brother and niece. The kid walks up to Santa, sits in his lap, is asked what he wants for Christmas, and he shouts at the top of his lungs, "The truth!" Then ripped off Santa's beard and ran away.
Oh, fuck. That's why if you're going to be a mall Santa or play Santa anywhere,
have a real beard?
You should have a real beard.
Oh, God.
You should learn this throughout the years.
I want the truth.
There's always going to be a kid that's going to want to tug on that beard.
Oh, my God. Oh, dear.
John Deere.
Yeah. What do you want for Christmas? I want Mommy to stop playing hide and seek with Uncle Jack and start playing hide and seek with me. Wow. Okay.
I'm wondering about that now.
Oh boy. I hope that father wasn't there. Uncle Jack's in a lot of trouble.
Unless Uncle Jack is just, you know, when you
like Jack Daniels.
That might be helpful for her.
She's just sitting in the bathroom drinking Jack Daniels, cussing out her fucking kids. These goddamn kids.
You know, sometimes if a woman has like a new boyfriend or whatever, or after a little while, she has the kid call him Uncle Jack just for the hell of it. He's not really, not really the uncle.
Okay, yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it could be one of those.
I'm assuming the worst on this situation, though.
Like when you're little, you're calling somebody uncle the whole time, and when you grow up, you found out you're not really related.
He's just somebody like, oh, he hangs around. He borrows money from my parents. Hi, Uncle Stu.
That's a mooch.
No. Kid asked for extra icing for his toaster strudels.
Whatever happened to toys?
Listen, have you ever had a toaster strudel? They really don't come with enough icing. He's 100% on. He's 100% in within his rights on that one.
Don't they make them now so you can just put your own icing on it?
Well, they always made them that way, but they give you a little packet.
Yeah.
They give you like a little. It's like that when you get stereo equipment or something. That little packet of shit that you're not supposed to eat. It's like that little baby packet.
That little packet of Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not real candy?
And you just like, you can just spread it on the thing. Some people do little designs. I don't get fancy. You just spread it right out. I haven't had a toaster strudel in like 20 years.
I never had one. I always had Pop-Tart.
You ever had a toaster strudel? But they're not bad. They don't, it's fine.
And I didn't want one back in like 2001 or 2000.
Yeah?
When I was watching wrestling in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock was always considering his thing strudel.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a different
People's
thing.
strudel?
That's a different thing, though.
No, I don't want any strudel now.
Sorry. I hope that's the last one. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. Last one.
There you go.
Yep. Real guns to shoot the bad guys who stole my mom's car and took my basketball. That, I think, is a bit extreme.
Maybe we can at least get him a Red Ryder.
Maybe you could just buy him a new basketball.
That would be nice.
I guess. So those are Mall Santa stories.
But he still won't be happy.
Probably not.
No, I wanted a gun, damn it.
Mm. Oh, next week is my office Christmas party. Maybe we'll have, like, stupid... Maybe I'll have a story for that.
Hopefully.
I'm sure. Yay.
The only story I had from last night was us walking into a room, everyone's doing a train around the room.
That sounds like a nightmare situation. Ew.
Some of them were trying to pull me onto the dance floor. I don't do that.
No. I don't dance. I can't dance. I get uncomfortable being around people dancing.
When I was younger, I'd be fine going out there and just doing a little two-step thing and just doing some weird dancing. But these days, no.
Two-step thing.
Not my thing.
With the pointing?
I'll never do that. When I took place in that,
yeah?
I just went like this.
Oh, goodness. Alright, so now we got another fun thing for you guys.
Creepy things you never noticed in classic Christmas movies.
Oh, creepy.
Now this I just found online the other day and I just printed it out, so I didn't read it.
Okay, great. It'll be fresh.
This is new to me.
It'll be fresh for both of us. Yes.
First one has to do with the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, that's a good one.
Tim Curry.
No, Tim Curry's not in that one. It's
No, I just want to say it.
He's an old British guy. Shit. He played Alfred in the later Batman movies. Michael Caine.
Oh, Caine.
Michael Caine.
Cheers.
Exactly. Plink.
One of countless
Adaptations?
Yes.
Boom. Penis pop-up book.
Of Charles Dickens' classic novel, Brian Henson's The Muppet Christmas Carol stars Michael Caine.
Hey!
As eternal skin-flicked and all-around jerk.
Well, he is, yeah.
It says right here, all-around jerk. Ebenezer Scrooge. Opposite Kermit the Frog. As his well-meaning employee Bob Cratchit.
Yeah.
While jammed full of all the slapstick hijinks that fans of Jim Henson's furry creations have come to expect, the story actually remains true to the source material for most part, with Scrooge being visited by three spirits who proceed to show him the error of his stingy ways.
Boo!
The ghost of Christmas present is a jolly red-bearded giant. No, I don't like the beard already. Who never stops chuckling. The perfect time travel companion, and the ghost of Christmas future is his usual black hooded self. Nothing unusual there. Henson's take on the ghost of Christmas past, however, is nothing short of terrifying. The first of three spirits to visit Scrooge on the night of Christmas Eve is glowing specter is straight out of a Japanese horror film. When he pulls back the curtains on his lavish four-poster bed, the unbelieving Scrooge is met with a floating, semi-transparent child who addresses him in an equally as creepy, high-pitched voice. In reality, even the hardest of men would have done as they were told at this point and allowed the other two ghosts a night off.
You're fired.
It's a Wonderful Life.
I've never seen It's a Wonderful Life.
I still haven't either.
Really? I guess it ain't a wonderful life.
We've never seen it, but I always think back to when I first started doing the show, when I did a line from that film.
Okay. Every time a bell rings, right?
Angel gets its wings. Shut up. Suicide.
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Sudden death by stroke.
Jesus Christ!
Housing project. I love the way this is said. Let's start again.
Alright, I'll try to shut up.
Suicide. Sudden death by stroke. Housing projects. They're all here for this joyful holiday tale.
Jesus. Oh.
But what really creepily is the method that George Bailey's guardian angel uses to change George's mind about killing himself? Again, Merry Christmas. Right there in parentheses.
Happy holidays, everybody.
He pretends to drown, forcing George to jump in and save him, just as he had to do as a boy when his brother Harry fell through a frozen lake. This is the accident that cost George the hearing of one of his ears and arguably started the chain of events that trapped him in Bedford Falls for his eternal life.
Oh.
We don't even have to get into how Harry is a total jerk, whose wealthy father-in-law, college education, and hero military status all probably could have done something to help George's business, but didn't.
What a prick.
Apparently, having a wonderful life is all about not realizing it until you're at your absolute breaking point, upon which holy intervention is your only hope. That's a clear message you want to send to anyone struggling with hopeless despair.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
This is a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I thought maybe there's just like a, what they call it, like a hidden Easter egg in the movies. And
I'm into it. It's funny. I think it's funny. Not the suicide. That's not funny.
Next one's Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that's the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, right?
Yep.
Okay.
A holiday classic, but a classic nonetheless. Jingle All the Way follows Schwarzenegger's attempts to procure a Turbo Man action figure, the must-have gift all young boys everywhere that particular Christmas. He wanted to get one for his son. Having forgotten to pick up the toy when asked so by his wife. Gee, doesn't that usually happen all the time? The wife tells you to get something. Oops, I forgot.
Pick that up on your way home. Sure. I'll pick it, Will, yeah.
Arnie is forced to throw himself headfirst into the madness of the last-minute Christmas shopping.
Just like a guy. I'm here on Christmas Eve trying to find this toy that's impossible to find.
And the muscle-bound suburbanite gets into his fair share of scraps along the way. The wheels of his car gets jacked. Ooh. He has to put up with an annoying postman parentheses, whatever happened to Sinbad anyway?
Oh, Sinbad.
Half the time, and his neighbor is constantly trying to put the moves on his wife. Well, Merry Christmas. His lowest moment of all, however, comes when he's assaulted by a pack of vicious mothers.
Mothers.
You mother, you. Arnie's hunt for Turbo Man takes him to a toy store where a raffle is being held to decide who will take home the few remaining dolls. A scuffle for the numbered balls ensues, and Schwarzenegger ends up following one onto a ball pool. Unfortunately for him, the kid playing in the pool gets to it first and decides to put it in his mouth.
Ew!
Just desperate dad grabs the child by the cheeks. It's not saying which ones. Before he can... Oh, okay. These cheeks. Before he can swallow. But the next thing he knows, he is being set about by a banhandling mob of moms.
Mothers!
Yelling at him for being a pervert and adding an uncomfortable air to a previous harmless scene.
Gotta be careful, man. Okay.
One of your favorites next.
What is it?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Ready, Rudolph? Ready, Santa. I love that line. It's great. That and Yukon Cornelius, because he looks like my husband. And he does that thing. Nothing.
That's what cracks me up.
Yeah.
This one probably has the biggest creep factor. And not just because of the gruesome dentistry scene in which Hermie extracts the passed out Bumblin's teeth.
He deserved that shit.
Although that would probably be enough. For starters, Rudolph's dad, Donner, responds to his son's birth defect. That's what it says. His son's birth defect, parentheses, that very shiny nose, by encouraging him to cover it up and lie about it to get fit in. Great message, Dad. This obviously backfires in Rudolph's face.
Literally.
Sets in motion the entire story, which is one of self-imposed exile and mortal danger. You know, Christmas, why stuff?
Christmassy stuff. Yeah.
You're right. Christmas Eve.
That's right.
I've never seen it spelled that way. It also teaches kids about hostile workplaces. Like the one fostered by the head of the elves, who taunts Hermie in front of everyone for his weird dream of becoming a dentist.
Don't have dreams. You get to work.
Be a little slave.
Yep.
Just fun. Light holiday themes all around here. And as if all that wasn't enough, remember the Bumble we mentioned? Well, after his horrifying oral injury, they throw him off a cliff. Along with the story's hero, Yukon Cornelius.
Nothing.
Who returns at the end with a now docile Bumble. What the hell's a Bumble?
The Bumble, the abominable snowman, they call him a Bumble. Bumbles bounce!
He's not a wuzzle. I say Bumble, I think Bumblebee.
I love that you worked wuzzle into the whole thing because we're the wuzzles. I love it. Thank you. That's my little gift.
The now docile Bumble.
Yep.
Who's presumably been tortured into being some kind of a zombie pet. We are entirely sure they weren't writing a Halloween movie and just missed the deadline by a few months.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to save a few others for next week.
We got to do that one next week.
Oh, we'll start with that one.
Oh, yeah. That's got my boy in it. All right. So that was dark Christmas movies, I guess. We'll continue that next week. We promise. Wow. It's not going to be one of those things that we say we're going to do it and then we end up not doing it. Because we do that sometimes.
We got to bring back Kicking the Old School.
Yeah, well, yeah, after the holidays. Well, plenty of time for Kicking the Old School.
Done that in a while. I just remember that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What are you going to do? Okay, so...
That's what makes it interesting. Will it be there or will it not be there?
Okay, so next week we're going to continue with the dark Christmas movies. I may have some good office Christmas party stories. We don't know. I will tell you if Star Wars is worth a damn. You can almost guarantee it will be. And so, thank you very much for joining us. If hit, what am I supposed to say? What the hell is going on in my brain?
You know where to find us.
You can check out the video version on YouTube. You can check out the audio podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. I did them out of order and actually had to think about it.
Throw them off.
We posted up a new location video. It is the abandoned town in Johnsonville, Connecticut.
Johnson.
We spend the first 8 minutes yelling at a teenager, so enjoy that. We weren't really. It's funny, though. Okay,
we were saying stuff towards her, but she couldn't hear us.
Correct. We weren't like, hey, you!
Bitch! Get out of here!
Get off my lawn! Alright, so we will see you next time. As always, thank you. And I'm going to shut up now. Sean's got something to tell you.
Have a good everything. Take care. God bless.
Ready, Santa!
May the force be with you.
And also with you.
Oh, thank you.